Alright, everybody. Welcome back to MEDIATRIP. This is Jason Triplet. And today, I'm going to take a look at how weird is it to play a female night elf on a RP server like Moonguard. And I'm going to turn down my sound here a little bit. Alright, now let's go check this out and see if we can have anything weird happen to us. Now, I just started this character yesterday. Bit. I already had a couple of weird instances, nothing perverted, mind you. There is perverted RP that happens, obviously, but you'll see just a lot of normal RP as well. And one thing I did notice this morning, and I went ahead and abandoned the quest because I wanted to show this to you guys. This has got to be the earliest, if not one of the earliest dailies in the game. Not counting like the Orgrimmar cooking daily. I'm not sure what level you can get that, but I mean, yeah, I'm level 7 in the starter area, and there's a daily here. Maybe I just don't recall. There might be a few others spattered around Azeroth and such, but anyways, I thought I'd go ahead and take it, even though I have already completed it. And I didn't really even have to leave this area to have some weird instances happen. Actually, just happened right here. So I'm not sure how much we'll be able to get handled here. I might have to go find my way to Darnassus or Stormwind. I'm gonna take a quick pause real quick. I need to try to adjust some more of my sound levels here. Should help. Back to the fun. It's been quite a while since I've started a night elf anything, but I'm pretty familiar with the area, as are probably most of you guys. I think at one time this was hands down the most popular player race in the game, and I'm sure that has changed from time to time, especially with the newer races out. But it remains to be said that it's still a popular class. You see a lot of night elves. So of course I started as balance, and I'm going to transition to resto as soon as I'm able to start grouping, or maybe a little bit after that. As early on, a lot of the gear is interchangeable. Yes, I can shapeshift. Shift bar set here in LVUI. I will have to adjust that for this profile, so just bear with me on that. I'm not going to be doing any shifting anyways, because as you can see here, I have this wonderful little Twilight pet that is on sale right now in the shop. And of course, I got the bundle with the mount, but I can't use him yet. needs apprentice riding. And I hate to drive this motorcycle because a druid probably shouldn't be driving a motorcycle. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but feel. On the bright side, night elves do get a run speed boost, which you can see is movement speed by 2% as a racial passive. They also get a speed boost while stealthed, an extra 3% while stealthed. Um, so that would be one reason to run around in cat form at the moment, to get that extra 3%, especially since I don't want to really drive this loud, clunky motorcycle. You know, I'm on a RP server, and while I'm not a big RP person, I want to try to follow a few rules as long as I can and just see what happens. So about my UI, if any of you are wondering, I'm using SCADA for my meters, and I got a custom profile off of the LVUI forums, which it looks like the thread has now been deleted. But I'm going to try to post the link to or the code for my profile in the section below if you guys are interested, and maybe I'll paste bin it or something like that so it's not so long. You will need to get the font that I'm using or use your own custom font. I'm not going to go into detail about how to import fonts into LVUI. You can look at all the setup and all of that for yourself, but you will need Shadow and Light add-on for LVUI as well. And the name of my font that I'm using is Old Cyrillic, and I got that from dafont.com, I'll try to stick that link in the description as well. Um, so let's see here. Nothing really. I'm going to go over this because when you download my profile, all this should end up being set up the same. Your SCADA, you're going to have to set that up, but that's really, really easy to do. You just drag it into this empty black panel here, and then you can change your fonts and everything to match the font that you choose. Because you might not want this font. I use different fonts for different classes, but this is the way I like it. And I'm not fully set up for healing on here. There are a few other things I might add. Let's go ahead and get some herbalism. I think I'm going to do. I thought about alchemy, but I think I might want to do inscription. Um, I know I definitely don't want to do skinning. I do skinning on a lot of characters, just basically because it's free money while you're out grinding, no matter what. But I don't think a druid is going to want to skin a bunch of animals. At least not an earthy, hippie type druid like myself. So, um, there's not going to probably be a lot of people around Teldrassil at this moment, just because I hate to say it, but school is in a lot of places. People are at work, and probably get a little bit more live later on. So I'm going to just do these couple of quests here, if you guys will bear with me. I'll try not to bore you too much, and then we'll try to make our way to Stormwind so that we can go to Goldshire, where on Moonguard, that's where a lot of the action happens. In fact, that's probably every RP server, and I've even been on non-RP servers where the inn in Goldshire is just like a hotspot. Um, at one time, and this was probably quite a few years ago. The Horde in Old Dalaran was a nice hotspot for RP. That was also back when that expansion was out. Oh, I ain't gonna touch you, bro. Trust me. Yep, suits you right. Yes, person here. I'm not going to provoke interaction. I'm going to let people interact with me. I just want to see, if me being a female night elf is going to garner responses like it did yesterday. Kind of wish I was streaming at that time because there were a couple people trying to get me to conversate while I was actually doing the Moonfile quest, and I was in the little moon pool, and actually had other stuff going on home, or I might have played around a little bit and seen where it went. Now, mind you, I'm not looking for sexual interaction here, so I would stray away from that. If that tries to occur today, I'm not going to go there, guys. That's just not why I'm doing this at all. Part of me remembers some of the old RP days back in EQ, and there was a little bit of RP in Final Fantasy XI, a lot of RP in Star Wars Galaxies. EverQuest 2, to some degree, had some. I really enjoyed that EverQuest 2 gave you a nice section to put a biography of your character, and then anybody who examined you could see that. So I kind of wish that that would be an option for WoW without mods. I know there's mods to do that, but then if the person searching you doesn't have the mod, they're not going to see that information. Um, so I have been playing since a couple of months after launch. My first account basically hacked, and before it was fixed, I ended up getting a second account, and so I have two accounts basically, and I haven't touched that other one since they recovered it. In fact, I mean, I can't even remember how many years ago the last time I logged into that one was. Um, this one I've been playing ever since, and this is where I was when achievements came out. And so I still have a couple of the old things. One thing I don't do a whole lot of is PvP. I do like some PvP. I really loved Wintergrasp, for example. Um, it just really depends on the mood. I'm not gonna sit there and invest hardcore time into it. But full disclosure, long ago, I did have a rogue twink um, in the low level range, and it was I don't know, not a very successful run for me. So never really attempted to do something like that again. Um, so a lot of times when I PvP, I'll even just go in my regular gear because I only get PvP gear as a consequence of actually like hunt for it. There one instance where I actually did was the leather melee gear from the last expansion. Show you guys what I'm talking about. I got it for a monk of mine. I got it on him, as a matter of fact. I have like 4 monks. I know I'm crazy. Shifting through. Now I do also have a mod for these things. I'll try to put all of my mods and everything in the description as well. Um, Well, shit, maybe I can't see it on here because. Well, anyways, and I just wanted the appearance, and that's really the only reason why I even ground that one out. The PvP was easy to gain points. It was a group effort, so it was easy to rack up if you just kept playing and playing and playing. So that's what I did, and I got the set. And so my dude looks like a tiger. Just gonna check my decibel. I feel like it might be a little bit low. There we go. I think that might be good. I don't think there's any peaking. And and this is still just an adjustment for the sound. Um, got some new headphones and thought I calibrated them right, but I love this little Twilight guy. He changes colors. I mean, you guys have probably watched the video by now. Him and the mount change colors. Um, they actually were changing colors synchronized for me at one point, but I think that was just by sheer luck of the cycle matching up. Quite often they change colors, different colors, and at different times, although it does seem to be the same interval. So here's the daily quest. Just get this little book out of the thing out of the dresser here, and it's like almost 700 XP, which that's fine. It's not gonna, power level me or anything stupid like that, but thought I'd do it just because. So go ahead and find a spot here and activate my little shifting bar so that you can kind of see a little bit about how to get that to show up in this profile. The person who had made the profile originally, they ever even accounted for it because it's hidden. I actually had to move a couple of bars around to get it to even be interactable. I'm just grabbing some herbs here. You get pretty damn decent experience points from gathering early on. So that is one benefit to gathering. I have leveled up, a few levels in these early games just by doing nothing but gathering alone. And if you can manage to get some of the mats you need early, like I don't even have my crafting skill that I'm going to be using, but by the time I'm ready, I'm gonna have a pretty good little amount already farmed up. So I mean, I'm not sitting here trying to teach you guys how to play, but it is beneficial. A lot of sometimes we'll start a character. A lot of us will just grind on through and not do anything like that right off the bat, and then we end up having to do some backtracking to get the mats, or we just buy it off of the auction house. And now, granted, I have enough money on my other guys to fully fund probably a full grinding of inscription for this character. But just for the sake of the XP, anyways. And then sometimes, because a lot of people don't farm these early mats like they used to, you might not be able to find them on the marketplace, depending on your server. I've seen that quite often myself. So yellow dots, it's hard to resist them. You just want to gather it. It's it's like picking up free money off of the ground. Even though these are going to be burned, it's going to be money saved. Yeah, not a whole lot of money will be saved in context. All the money I've got, but still. And then it also kind of adds into that little RP picking the flowers instead of buying them from somebody. You're a young, up and coming druid. Get out there and pick your flowers, boy or girl or whatever you are. Picked up cooking. That's another good one to pick up as soon as you can. The foods aren't beneficial early on, but the earlier you can get started on that, the better. There are a few recipes out there that the mats are just near impossible to find. But having those recipes can get you to maybe start that grind a little bit sooner since it takes so long, and then maybe encourage you to pick up and save or even use the mats for the tough stuff as you get it. There's some, and it really depends per server. There's going to be items that nobody's farming, for example, and you're going to have a hard time getting it. You have to sometimes go out and farm it yourself, and go way out of your way and take a good chunk out of your gameplay time just to go find that. When you may have already been going to quests there anyways. I like to do a lot of the early quests because the gear is no good, but you do get a decent amount of XP for not a whole lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot of run here, kill, and come back type stuff, but that's what we've become anyways in this type of a game. It's kind of hard to escape. I did that. I already got one of those. Yep, it's not letting me buy it. Pretty sure I did. Got a whole lot of battle pets, and I never use them. I keep meaning to do battle pet stuff, and I just had a hard time getting into it. One of these days, right? That's what we all keep saying. From what I hear, it's a pretty competitive little mini game. I know there's a few streamers out there that focus on it, but I'm a bloody casual, so not in any hurry to get into mythic raiding, for example. I just feel like if I go and stress myself out, why am I going to go and pay to do that? Pay, a company money so that I can basically lose my mind in a digital product. I've done the rating thing, and I've watched it destroy a couple of my guilds, and I'm sure some of you guys have seen that too. I like the raid finder. Thank God for that. I still get to experience the content, but at a much lower difficulty with randoms. I always pick up all the garbage. It's not worth a whole lot, but why not? You know, and I also feel like, okay, if I'm gonna take a life, I need to get something from it, make the sacrifice worth it. Even though these things would gladly kill me, I wouldn't be like, say, a cat druid, where a cat druid, I imagine, would just attack your ass, get the jump on you, where flower power druid is gonna try to avoid conflict if possible. Now in this game, it's difficult, even with stealth. I'm just gonna play the instances like they're meant to be played, as if it's like a storybook. You don't want to like change the chapter of the book to suit what you're thinking. So I will go along with the story. One thing that kind of sucked for me about this little cute cat and the druid usually when you target a cat and you sit, they'll sit in your lap. Druid female sits on her knees, and so the cat just kind of looks a little silly there. Looks much better on a human female for sure. I actually, on my Tauren Druid, targeted the cat and sat down, and you couldn't see the cat behind the Tauren's big ass cloven feet. So, okay, so I'm supposed to. See, it'd be helpful if I stopped talking and just read the damn quest thing. Anyways, I needed the XP, so it doesn't matter. Yep. Alright, objective complete. And we can get out of here. I have gotten the toys that unlock flight paths, and I believe I've already activated them on this character. should be able to do some flying if I can get back to a flight point, which I believe there's one up this way. Alright. I also equip white gear in slots that I don't have. Heirlooms. Just because, for the look mostly, because you really don't even need the extra mitigation at this point. It's so easy early game. So anyways, we're gonna go to Exodar and take the boat. I'm gonna leave my bind point set back here because I'm gonna come back and quest later. But for right now, we're gonna go and play. See if we can get into any trouble in Goldshire. Now here's a funny story about when I first started playing WoW. I had made a hunter. He was an orc, and I was doing okay with him, making pretty good progression. Now this is vanilla WoW, so it was a lot slower paced. And as a hunter, you had a lot of things to take care of for your pet. You had to feed them constantly to keep them happy, so they didn't run away, for example. Um, so I'm just goofing around the crossroads area, and a female Tauren comes up to me and asks me to help them. They need some help. So, okay, I'm thinking, okay, this is cool. Haven't had a lot of interactions with other players at this point. I'm still pretty fresh to the game and did a lot of soloing. So I follow this player up into the hills, and they take me into this cave where there's nothing in there. And then the player unequipped all their clothing. Well, of course, they still had underwear on. And it starts dancing. And then she's like, "Aren't you gonna get naked?" And so now I had never experienced anything like this, that outward so soon in any type of game. There were some funny things that would happen in Star Wars Galaxies, but in a cantina or something with a Twilight Dancer, you almost expect that. But I'm laughing, I'm cracking up, and I'm obviously not typing back. And so then I type no, and I left. So the person followed me for a little bit, but ended up breaking off. I had thought this person was gonna, try to talk to me or do something, keep bugging me. So I actually created another character and started completely over. True story, and that is actually on my other account that I had mentioned. Those characters are probably still there. That whole experience. Uh, but despite that weird, you know, experience, it didn't scare me off of World of Warcraft. this day, actually looking for weird situations all these years later. Moonguard has a reputation, and that's why I created characters here. I've had some pretty fun things happen with my human monk male. He dresses like a poor beggar, and I've had some pretty funny comments. And I have an orc hunter on this server as well, and he's got like a arrogant hero type gimmick thing that I like to use just to annoy the hell out of people, and it's caused some funny situations as well. I had one orc talk about how skins had to look out for each other because we was brothers and all this. I mean, yeah, some fun little extra side content, player created content, if you will. And that's why a lot of people like RP. It adds more to the game. And it's not for everybody. You really got to be able to still make believe like you were a little kid sometimes. But it can be pretty funny. So the name that I chose, it's a Japanese word, and it just means having a complete understanding of the entire universe. On this server, especially, it is a little difficult to find a name. You may definitely want to try to go for originality, or just be one of those guys that's like Bob Druid 1234, with like some kind of special accent over a letter. I only use accents for the most part if it is in the actual word itself. And I do that just as a general rule on any server, just because it's annoying to begin with. I really should move some gold over to this character and get some bags, but I'm gonna hold that off as long as I can, just to see how far I can go. A whole lot of money to buy stuff with, anyways. Just dump some of my stuff off in the bank, and we'll go on our way. Once I get to the other side, I'm probably not going to do any quests over there. I doubt it. That being said, you never know. I mean, things lead into other things. Selfie camera set up. Not that I've ever used it. I think I used it one time on my Goblin Hunter, and I still need to work on the achievement that's tied to that. I need to work on a lot of achievements. I'm not doing too shabby though. Some pretty early ones. Nothing big. Like I said, I am casual. This is one of my favorites. Raise my unarmed skill to 400. Another beautiful thing about WoW back then is you actually had to practice using a weapon to be good at it. so this made it so you just couldn't bounce between weapons without having some experience with it. I really liked all these small little touches that WoW had, but it's not enough to get me to go and play on an unauthorized server. I've invested too much time and money into the characters on this live server, and the game is well developed and well kept in my opinion. Whether you like the content or not, that's irrelevant. Um, the game is well made, and I enjoy it, so I feel like I'm okay paying for it. I think this is the way to the boat. I haven't done this run in quite a while. In fact, I like Blizzard as a company. Um, I don't know. I like how they make a game and they support it for years. Look at how they have changed and improved Diablo 3, for example. A lot of people feel it shit the bed when it first came out. And the auction house was pretty much one of the worst things, in my opinion, that it had going for it. And failed PvP, which I would have never played anyways. But right now, it feels like such a decent game, really well rounded. They really put the attention into it. New character class after all this time, which was reasonably priced in my opinion. And if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. That's just the way I feel about it. Just like Overwatch, buying new characters and heroes, for example. You don't have to do it. Either you do it or you don't. If you don't do it, you're not going to play it. Plain and simple. If you want to play it, buy it. Money's not hard to get these days. I make money just selling old junk on eBay, so I know a lot of you guys can do that too. And furthermore, if you add that on top of a job, what it is. I guess I did forget how to do the boat thing here because I think I took an extra step. Let's wait for this boat and see what happens. As you can tell, it's probably been a while, quite a while since I have created a night elf. And the last time I played one was one I created long ago and abandoned and just went back to it. So I obviously forgot. Or maybe I am on the right path and I'm just stupid. So anyways, oh, there's a boat right there. That sounded like an awful wicked thing to say for the movement that she was displaying. Am I lying here? She was all dancing giddy like a schoolgirl, but then was like, I will melt off your face. I don't know. You're selling milk and you're on a ship? I think I might pass on that milk there. Oh, well, thank you. So, yeah, this is my plan for anybody who tries to get fresh with me. Let him start flirting with me and then turn into this little guy. Do you still want me now, baby? Turn into the gore in disguise. I'll stay as the thistle leaf. In fact, I think that's it right there. I didn't really want to use this, but I don't want to miss that boat. Okay, so I guess I didn't forget. So that's cool. Yeah, for the alliance, buddy. That's it. Okay. Captain. Navigator Landerson, bring us in. Steady. Steady as she goes. Okay, Stormwind. What kind of druid are you riding in one of those things? It's right down there. Okay. like to keep them tiny, because they're a little obtrusive anyways. And I don't really need to use them much. Anything I do need to use, I can hotkey, but I don't feel like doing all that right now. So, anyways, get on out of here. Go down to Goldshire. Pretty purple tiger, or lion, or cat thing. Come on, son, keep up. Who says cats don't like water? Run, Junior, run. I should make a trip over to, I don't even know if I have enough money to do any transmogs. I guess we'll just go as we are. Apparently, we cats sound like horses when we run. This probably might just be my headphones, but it's kind of hilarious. So, we are going there. I probably could have flew down there, to be honest with you, but I want to run. Uh-oh. You can only guess what they're doing right now. I don't want to see. So yeah, that's probably some erotic RP. It unfortunately is popular on this server. You will see people call out in chat for partners for it. One neat thing you will see is RP guilds that are race based, like a dwarven guild or something like that. And there's an all monk guild on this server, as far as I'm aware, but I don't know how well they fare in in-game content. They may have to supplement, maybe partner with another guild, but feral druids are pretty low on the scale in terms of popularity right now. They don't bring a whole lot of utility, and their rotation is a little bit intricate for a lot of casuals. And supposedly there's a revamp in the next patch, so we'll see how that turns out. I have a feral druid been waiting to play, or meaning to, and just haven't got around to. Welcome to the Goldshire Inn on Moonguard. This is the seat of RP here. I'm already on the bar. So they should really have a tip system here so that people can make it rain on me. Anyone want to have fake sex? I'll pay 7 gold. Stairs to the rooms. This place is this little whorehouse in Azeroth. First aid. Yeah, not really sure. I'm not gonna instigate. I just wanted to see if anybody would take the bait. Spotlight. Why not? I bet if this was a Saturday night, I've already had a couple of people bite. Well, I'm hilariously not being trounced. It's just got to be the time of day. This is actually a light crowd compared to what can gather in here. And for those of you who might have already been here before, you'll know this place. I mean, it'll be so many people in here that all you see is a sea of blue names. Well, there's a lot more fun to be had in other parts of the world. Um, don't really need the spotlight anymore. You see, what's really neat is Star Wars Galaxies let you tip people and you just target them slash tip. This game should allow that too. You make a living being a night elf stripper. Teabagged, big time. Epic teabaggage. We all gathered around to look. That's funny. So now that we've all witnessed the teabagging, back to Stormwind. Might be able to get into a little bit of trouble over that way. I'm not gonna run back. Chair. Love seat. Must have been from Valentine's event, and I must have missed it. That's a neat chair. I do have the romantic picnic basket, though. Well, I guess we'll just go back to Stormwind. Goof around. Oh, there's a Blingtron outside. Time to go get it. If I can get a hold of one of the nice, high dollar grays to vendor, that might let me do some transmog on my gear. Like I said, I'm trying to hold off sending this alt any gold for as long as I can. I know that's probably not going to last very long at all, but at least while I can still handle it. once I start needing some mount training and things like that, I might not have a choice. Watch, I'll get it. Oh no, it's still there. Alright, I'm gonna break my rule again. What good are rules if you can't break them? Alright, let's party. What did I get? 35, 39 gold. Not bad, not bad. That might let me actually do a low-level transmog. Still have a little bit of gold to spare. Since I am pimped out at the moment, I'm going to go ahead and stay in the motorcycle. Oh, okay. Ah, you bastard. Bastard. Alright, I guess I'm going to the vendor. Oh my god, okay, clock, I get it. So, like that. Let's see if I can find some pants to go with it. Nothing really short enough. Don't have a lot to choose from early game, just because there's a lot, that's limited by level, and nothing you can really do about that. Guess that I have to do much matching at this point. Definitely want something a little less flashy. Kind of like that. Cape. Shoulders. Oh, I didn't sell my items. Like, why can't I buy it? Happens when you don't pay much attention to what you're doing. shirt right here is good. So let's look very druidy. I'm gonna get rid of this pimp gear. Might be a little fun, but don't look very druidy on my actual appearance. I'm gonna go with more of a rustic. Change my gear as I level. Yeah, the transmog gear looks pretty nice. I won't deny that, but I don't know. I kind of like to go with the I'm a low level and I don't have shit look. This pimp gear though is pretty cool. So we are gonna go ahead and take a break. I'm going to go find a place to park, and we'll try to do this again a little bit later when there are more people on, a little more in the evening. People might be a little more willing to engage. But stay tuned because this adventure is one that's going to be ongoing all the way up into the higher levels. I'm going to try to follow this character to max level. So come on back a little bit later and check me out, and let's see if we can get into more trouble. And in the meantime, don't forget to like and smash that subscribe button.